Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing our guest of honor at the American Cancer Society's Crystal Ball. I am Marquette McKnight, and I work with Mike, actually in the same building as Mike. My company is located with him. And several days ago, when Mike asked me to introduce him tonight, he did not ask anything of me in the introduction. As a few days went by and I was looking for a little cash to cross my hands for a really good introduction, he would come by my office several times a week and, how's the introduction going? Are you working on it? And as of Friday, he turned to me and he said, I have but one caveat tonight for tomorrow night. Do not make me cry with your introduction. And I was okay until I watched the video and it made me start to cry. I am honored to be introducing you tonight in front of a crowd that is filled with people who are dear friends and family and admirers of you. In this Lenten season, as Mike is a good, faithful Episcopalian and is certainly observing Lent, it made me sort of think about the 40 days and the 40 nights. And for some of you, you've known Mike Venable for 40 years or more. Certainly his parents have. And some of us have only known Mike for 40 minutes. But whether you've known him for 40 minutes or 40 years, you would never walk away from Mike Venable and not knowing that he is a man of great passion. Mike has no gray in his life. He is passionate about all things in life, or very dispassionate about all things in life. The other day we were having lunch and he was talking about somebody, and I said, okay, quick, name 5 things that you do not care about one way or the other. You don't love them or you don't hate them. And he named a person's name, and Jill and I both looked at him and said, you can't stand him. And he said, this is a stupid game, I'm not playing it, I hate this game. And I said, okay, point well taken. For those of you who've known Mike for a long time, you've seen him through a lot of passions. There were several things that were mentioned in the video, and there were many things that weren't mentioned in the video. Mike's longtime passions of photography, technology, being a master chef and loving all things about food and wine. And there are things that catch his passion for about 40 minutes. Perhaps marathoning, kayaking, bass fishing, owning a knitting shop, and the family's favorite, learning to play the hammered dulcimer. We regularly, in our office, work with Jill to temper Mike's passions about his newest interests and hobbies. But the one thing that none of us tried to temper was that when he was diagnosed, he used that same passion to attack cancer. He regaled us every day with the new research that he had discovered online, sometimes till our eyes glazed over. We started calling him Dr. Mike at work because of the things that he would learn and discover, and I'm sure that Andy Pippis and his other physicians would join me in saying perhaps sometimes he learned too much. But he attacked cancer with the same passion with which he attacks everything in life. And for those of us who know and love Mike, we are so very, very glad that that passion led him to a treatment that shows no evidence of disease. On behalf of all of you here tonight who love and adore Mike Venable, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, cancer survivor, Mike Venable.